Hello, my YouTube friends, and this is Akulmach. Welcome to this live stream, and this live stream is about the AI wars, which has just begun. And why I say that AI war has just begun because Microsoft has announced that within this week they are going to launch a new version of GPT, new version of AI, which is called GPT 4.0. What it can do remarkable things. It can actually create a video just by your text input. So we will understand this a little bit more in detail, but that is why the AI war has just begun, and that is the topic of our discussion today. Let us understand what has happened so far. We all know that chat gpt has been launched, and we all know that there's a common knowledge with everyone. But let us understand what chat gpt do and why it is groundbreaking. And in order to do that, right now we have to understand how you can access ChatGPT. ChatGPT has, or the Open AI, which is the platform integrated with the Azure business platforms of Microsoft. So if your company is running on Azure, and if you are using some of these Microsoft applications, then the OpenAI based on ChatGPT is available for you to integrate. Already, a lot of companies are moving ahead and removing their frontline people who actually communicate, or a chat bot where there is a human intervention required. Those kind of companies which are specially hosted on Microsoft have started replacing their human counterparts with the open AI counterparts, because uh, the responses given by open AI chatbot are very similar to human responses. So it adds the human type interaction while some customer of yours is chatting with you. So that is why this chat gpt is very remarkable. It is being integrated with Azure at this point in time, and a lot of companies have started shifting from the previous bots they had, either human or automated bots, which basically works on some sort of templates, with chat gpt. Because with chat gpt you don't have to change, you don't have to train them. They will basically, the AI engine will basically respond to you as if they have understood your issue. And the company which has deployed the OpenAI technology will not need to monitor anything. All they had to do is basically integrate the OpenAI on their websites like any other simple bot, and that's it. That's the end of the story. And their customers will be able to interact, and they will get a feeling that they can ask any question and you can get any response back from this organization. So that is the beauty of this open AI, and that is why the world is going gaga about it. And we will come to what Google is doing a little bit, because of course we are talking about the AI wars, and if you don't talk about what Google is doing, then we are not talking about what. But let's understand first what else is available in uh, chat gpt. See, chat gpt is able to take a text input. For example, if you are trying to communicate with some company and you have a question regarding that company, you can simply type in your question, and the OpenAI or ChatGPT will basically understand that question and respond to you like a human. So you can probably ask a question that, hey, I'm not happy with my subscription, for example. So what do I do? So the older method was that you can actually you can imagine different scenarios that questions can come up, create those ready-made answers using templates, and then put a bot which will then pick up, based on certain keywords, pick up the right template. And if your bot is not able to pick up the right template, then it'll simply say a generic thing that, hey, I don't understand your question, can you choose from the following options. So that really gave up the whole AI. That time the AI was not there. But with Chat GPT bot, there is no such challenge. You don't have to create any sort of templates. The Chat GPT will be able to interpret and give human type responses. So that is the amazing part of OpenAI, and that is why it is a groundbreaking thing. What else the Chat GPT provides? You see, the Chat GPT is able to basically understand the different kinds of question being asked and basically learn in the process. So that is again a very big thing, because once you deploy the OpenAI or Chat GPT on your website, you don't have to continuously monitor, because the Chat GPT will go on the internet and try to get knowledge about the subject that you are asking question about. And therefore there is no need for training, there is no need to create any special data sets, etc. So it becomes a lot easier for companies to basically replace their BPO operations and migrate the whole thing on the Chat GPT based systems. And Chat GPT AI will keep learning on the fly while in the field, as it basically start answering your customer, your partners, or your questions which are coming on your website. So it will keep learning in the process as it is getting more mature about your services, your website, and the client profile of your client. So it it can handle multiple data source, it can handle multiple complexities, and that is the real beauty of it, and that is why this is called AI. What else it does? Well, while handling multiple parameters, the Chat GPT based system will become uh, very, very expressive. So you can actually communicate with a person as if you are, communicating with a human on the other side, and it can give you very witty, full answers. It can actually make you can crack a joke with Chat GPT, and you will never realize that you're talking to a non-entity, you're talking to a software. So it becomes very expressive, and that is the beauty. And right now it's all text based. Remember, these are all text based. So what you need to do is basically send a text question, and the Chat GPT will basically express the answer. Now answer can be found by searching the internet, by searching the company profile, the company website. It is up to OpenAI to basically get you the answer what you have about the question that you asked for. So that is why it is very, very expressive. And you can also do a small talk with this particular OpenAI. So that is why it is so important and so groundbreaking. Then, as it stands today, it can also create certain words which we humans don't use in our day-to-day vocabulary. So ChatGPT has the ability to even access the dictionary website, keep learning in the process, and can generate these words which most likely only humans will use. Intelligent, learned humans will probably most likely use these words in their vocabulary. And Chat GPT has the ability to even access those words which are not regularly used by humans. So it may surprise you, the answer of your question may surprise you, and you may then start wondering that you are actually talking to a real human being on the other side. So these are certain fantastic possibilities that Chat GPT or OpenAI kind of system, which is live right now on Azure platform offered by Microsoft, and a lot of companies have started migrating their frontline telephone or BPO functions partly or fully on using the Chat GPT or OpenAI platform, especially if you are a Microsoft customer. So you can actually rely on ChatGPT in creating very complex and well-defined sentences to impress your clients as well. So the latest thing that the Microsoft has announced is the launch of GPT 4.0, because the current version of GPT Chat GPT is 3.0, which essentially works with the text. However, the next wave is the video. So Microsoft realized that, and their biggest competition is the YouTube platform, which is owned by Google. So Microsoft has announced that by giving a text input now, you can convert using GPT 4.0, which is the next version of Chat GPT, and the Chat GPT will be able to create a video. So right now, this is an announcement. The announcement is very, very clear that this week, this new version will be launched by Microsoft. So all you have to do is basically create, say for example, somebody asked a question that, hey, how this will happen, how this formula will work. For example, if you're running a education institute, the GPT 4.0 will be able to create a video simulation and show it to your client that, look, this is how this chemical formula will work. And this video AI will open up a new opportunity. Maybe the video quality may not be good at this point in time, but the things evolve. Things will evolve, things will improve. So I think this is where the technology is taking you. Very soon, we are ushering into a new era of where a text can generate creation of a brand new video. Instead of giving a text answer, it will start creating a video. Imagine this power, friends. It is amazing. If you have that ability in your company website, then it's amazing capability that your company website is offering. And today, that the company website can be accessed from a PC, from a mobile phone, from different mediums, etc. And then on top of it, if you ask a question, in response of that question, you will get a video played, whether the person appears on the other side or some sort of video which is created by Chat GPT 4.0, which is going to be launched this week. So after its launch, we will cover more details about the next release. But this AI war has just begun. And why I'm saying this AI war? Simply because currently the monopoly of the video is mostly with two players. One is the YouTube and other is of course Instagram. But then Instagram deals with mostly the areas which are more entertainment based. But then if there are some serious business related applications which are hosted mostly on the YouTube at the moment, and more than 2.5 billion subscribers of YouTube globally. This is something which is making this new development by Microsoft, making the Google very, very worried. So Google launched their AI also, that is known as Bard, and Bard is currently in beta, and very soon it will be launched in the workspace. So if you are a Google customer, there is one thing that you must be aware of. The Google Workspace, which is similar to Azure, is a similar platform where you can actually host your websites, your applications, and whole lot of nearly 30 applications are there. You can have your meetings, etc., etc. Very similar to what Microsoft has. So Google also has a similar platform which supports business, and they are quite popular because they are very easy to use, easy to understand, quite cost effective, etc. So a lot of companies are hosted on the Google platform, and if the Bard, which is their AI, will be integrated with the workspace, then you will actually start getting these functionality in Google platform also. So Google woke up and they started building the Bard. They already had Lambda, which was the AI which has been running for some time. So what Google did, they did a smart thing. They took out a lighter version of Lambda and created Bard, so that it is very easy for these websites to launch AI services on Google. So they have immediately launched, they have given a counter to OpenAI by launching Bard. And in many ways, Bard can Google is quite smart because there are a lot of platforms integrated. So if they roll out Bard, the reach of Bard can be even wider and very far-reaching effect on the industry, because moment Google says that hey, Bard is available on in the workspace, then it is immediately available on all the platforms. And today we know that the workspace works on mobile, on your tabs, as well as on PC. So the reach of Bard will be many times more of the OpenAI or ChatGPT. So Bard right now is under testing. It's in beta. There are selected users who are actually using Bard, testing it out, and as we talk, the Bard is being actually being worked upon, and very soon it will reach the workspace, and people who are on Google platform, especially YouTubers, will be able to use Bard to answer some of these questions that in chat, etc. So I think the integration is far wider, far deeper when it comes to Google. In addition to that, Google has announced that they are going to increase the capability of Bard by integrating the language models, and this way they feel that uh, because they already have the video platform, and their competition is with the chat gpt or OpenAI, which is Microsoft. So by including the 1,000 language in their capability, as a capability set in their AI, they are thinking that they will be able to beat the chat gpt. Well, chat gpt from their point of view is slightly behind, because their monopoly on the video platform is well established. So if the Bard has the understanding of 1,000 languages, then immediately it will open up a totally new way of communication. Because, say for example, if the Bard is integrated with your Google Meet platform, then you can talk to other person in any other language. You can speak, say, English, other person can speak Spanish, and the conversion, while you're basically communicating in a Meet platform, the conversion of the language or interpretation of the language will be done on the fly. So you start hearing English, you respond in English, the other person on the other side will actually start hearing Spanish, your language will be converted into Spanish, and he hear this Spanish language, he respond in Spanish, you hear his responses in English. So these are some of the things which will be started by Bard once it is launched, and this is going to change the game completely, because you don't have to then restrict yourself to a particular type of market. Say if you speak English, then you can actually go and talk to people who knows English. And suppose you speak Spanish, then you don't know English, then you're limited to only Spanish speaking world. If you speak Chinese, then you are limited only to the people who speak Chinese. So all that barrier which are created by understanding of language, spoken as well as written and reading, will all go away with this kind of application. So I think both these different AIs are going with their own niche. On the video front, Google already has the global monopoly. They are going to enhance the functionality by introducing a version of Bard which will be able to interpret 1,000 languages. All the major languages which are spoken globally will be covered by this version of Bard. So Google is now going to create that kind of environment, and they already have the applications which will leverage these, which is YouTube and Google Meet. So if the AI interpreter is available with 1,000 language understanding and interpretation capabilities, then Google is definitely a clear winner, because they are able to create such a big tsunami of communication and it will actually open up cross-border communication. Today, there are certain countries and where people don't speak English, and you will be able to reach out to those people as well. Similarly, those people will be able to reach out to you, and all thanks to Gmeet. And I think this is where the world is moving, and that is why uh, you know with is it just a couple of months back when the chat GPT was launched, and you see how many new things are being talked about. That is why in today's live stream I'm saying that this is a AI war, and who knows how both companies will react and what other features they will add quickly in order to basically remain up in the game. So we will see that as and when this happens. But I think this is something which is very exciting. We are entering into a tech-driven society. We are just ushering into that era, and this is just the beginning. So friends, let's wait and watch what happens next. I will cover as and when things heat up. And if you have any question on this, any observation, any comment, kindly feel free to send in your comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one. Bye bye.